Hello, Happy New Year, everyone. This is Toyin Umesiri. Good afternoon from Chicago. Actually, almost afternoon, few minutes to afternoon. So I have people joining on Instagram. Hello, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook. So happy New Year. Today I'm going to be talking about the game plan. You've probably seen a few information I've put out there. So I'm going to be sharing some highlights from the new program, 12 strategies for winning in 2022. Good to see you all. So I know it's been a minute since I hosted a live session on all platforms, but happy to be here. It's 2022. So for me, oh, I see Having already dropping a note and saying he's joining. Hello, Having. Good to have you again. So here's it. Last year, I spent significant time training my community and delivering technical skills, technical business skills. And one thing that's really, as I thought through the end of last year in terms of going into 2022, what I was going to do differently, what worked, what didn't work, all of that. One thing became clear. No matter how we try to equip people with technical skills, right? Everything rises and falls to the level of our personal development or leadership. So it's like if you want to give a car to a 10-year-old, right? Right? At the end of the day, it's still a 10-year-old. So it's this idea that I needed to expand beyond just business strategies and tactics. I needed to expand and start equipping my community with leadership and mindset and really personal development coaching. So that's something new, really more of an expansion. And today I want to just talk through the first ever launch of my first leadership and personal development program, right? So I'm going to share with you highlights. I came prepared today, lots of notes because it's typical towing. I'm going over and beyond, right? Pretty much it's going to be the best investment you're going to make in yourself this year if you're able to join us. So yeah, so basically, I've been training, including government officials in terms of trade and investment facilitation, entrepreneurship, international trade. But starting this year, I'm still going to be training. I have my 12-month calendar, so I'll still be training and doing all of that this year. But one thing that is different is I'm kicking off the year first with the personal development and leadership program. Because, like I said, everything that we do rises or falls to the level of your personal development or leadership. Many times people don't may not realize, okay, why do I need to invest in myself? The reality is that your business is always a reflection of what you know and who you are, right? Your business is your brainchild, right? It's your brainchild. You gave birth to that idea, the vision you have. And if you want your business to go to the next level, the person who gave birth to that vision first have to go to the next level. And then you take your business and your community with you, right? But oftentimes people want the business to succeed, they want the business to grow, but they are not growing, right? That's where the gap is that all of the amazing things that we want to do, all of the amazing things that you want to do, it's all about expanding your capacity. So this program is designed to expand people's capacity, meaning for allowing you to take on more, right? Because everybody's talking about the next level, right? But what is the next level going to require of you? Right? That's the question. Do you know what the next level is going to, what pressure it's going to apply on you? How you're going to show up, right? So this program is about expanding your capacity. It's also about strengthening your foundation, right? If you want to build a skyscraper and the original foundation was for a two-story building, you have to strengthen it. You have to secure your foundation, your mindset, your personality, your communication skills, your networking capacity, right? That's what this program is about. And then finally, it's also about your vision, setting your sights on higher, right? Higher and forward. because a lot of times people are still looking backward, what they left behind, the communities that they want. You want your community to acknowledge your greatness. Let it go. Like, let it go. You just set your face upward, forward. Repeat after me. Upward, forward. Like you're climbing a mountain, upward and forward, not looking back, right? So I'm going to run through a few things. Please, I see more people joining. Gwen, Bila, thank you for joining. Let me know where you're joining from. And thank you again, Instagram. This is the first time I'm connecting several all major social media platforms. My phone is right here, and I have my notes and I have my pen. And also, if you would like to follow what I'm about to share, please go ahead to toyinumesiri.com slash the game plan. The details are there. This is a program, a new launch for my leadership and personal development program. Really, like I shared earlier, I spent significant time equipping leaders with, technical business skills, strategies, business development, design thinking, all of those things. I teach at business schools, and I get that, right? That evolved from also trying to equip the community. But by the end of last year, I realized that, okay, there's need for more, the next level of empowering people, because everything rises and falls really to the level of your personal development and your leadership competencies. Okay, so quickly, it's a 12 module program, and I invite people to register. Like, if you're available here in the US, it's going to be conducted virtually, but if you're in the US, happy to have you. I'm looking forward to sometime in the year being able to host in person, right? Like, I miss that really bad. Like, I really do miss in person, because I host summits, international summits, where people travel all over the world for. Well, this time around, we'll keep this virtual. Okay. I also have my 12 months preliminary calendar. So those who follow my work, if you want to know what I'm doing, the events we're hosting, all of those things, we've put that out together. Like, end of last year, I know usually I try to take time off social. In the past, right, I would just shut things down, and I try to do that. If you follow me, you would have seen my notice like, see you, bye bye. And then I was like, oh, this is difficult. It's more difficult because in the last 18 months, I think we've all now become so, we may not understand how intimately connected we are now to social, right? Before now, when I say I'm out of social, I'm out. But what I found last year, late last year, was it was extremely challenging to just shut it off. So I went from 100% social to 50%, and then I was able to cut it down to like maybe 25, 30% eventually. Some of the tactics I used was just taking apps off my phone. Like, I'm out of here. Like, you know, and then what I also realized was there are actually aspects of online that appeals, I mean, really does enriches our lives, the ability to connect with people. So I kept that side of it, just checking in on people, seeing what's out there, staying connected, and all of that. So yes, I hope you've gone to toyinumesiri.com, the game plan, so you can follow what I'm about to share. Okay, so the first module that I'll be covering during the class, it's around activating the power of clarity for progress. Here's one thing people talk about. Every time when we start the new year, people talk about, let me set my goals. What's your new year resolution? But I think it's bigger than that. I actually really believe it's bigger than that. It's what I call the 360 mapping, where it's understanding where you are, it's setting your eye forward on where you're going. But beyond that, clarity is making sure you're seeing well. Let's say you're driving in a car. You may have your starting point, you may have your destination, but if your windshield is clouded, if your view of life, the perception is clouded, where are you going? Like, where are you going? Right? So there are exercises I'll take people through to help you really, in terms of awareness, perception, being able to see yourself clearly. The other thing I see people do, mistakes I see people make, is This is also about awareness, right? Intimately aware of who you say you are and who you really are. Closing that gap. Because a lot of times, people, we all know, in a way, hopefully, you know your potential. But potential is different from reality. Sometimes people are so living in that potential that we are passing them by. We are engaging with their reality, but they think they've arrived. Do you understand? Right? You think you've not done the work. You're claiming to the trophy without running the race. Right? We see you. We see you all. You've not done the work, but you are claiming the trophy. No, life doesn't run that way. That's where that awareness, we're going to go through a lot of exercises to make sure that who you think you are, it's like looking in the mirror clearly, who you think you are and who the people around you agree with. Make sure you close that gap. Because if you think you are this and we all are seeing, close the gap. So there are exercises we'll go through because I said here, you need clarity to move through life with speed, particularly if you want to race, like if you want to accelerate, because a lot of the things, I think this is a year of acceleration. Okay. I'm a trained strategist and a futurist. So I can feel I'm one of those hypersensitive individuals that can read. I can read the market, I can read emotions, I can read the room, I can read what's going on, and I already sense speed. But for those who want to move with speed this year, you need to do this work I'm talking about. That's why you need to sign up for my program. Okay, without clarity, it is difficult to move with speed. If you do not know where you're going, it will slow you down. If you don't know where your starting point and the gap, right, you're going to lose speed. It's therefore important, okay, to spend quality time to seek clarity. For me, once you seek clarity, you can move with speed. Once you know what you're doing, who you are, where you're going, you're like, game on, the game plan, right? You're like, boom, 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 I'm out of here. But when you don't know, you just be moving around like, help me. I call it the roamers. There are so many people roaming, thinking that success will just, like suddenly. So it's about preparation. Opportunities come upon us suddenly. Success, you have to work for it. When the opportunity comes, okay, it is already too late to prepare. This is about preparation. Thank you for the love, Instagram. Instagram is like showing up here. Thank you. When opportunity comes, it is too late to prepare. It's one of my quotes. I have a lot of quotables. So please tweet those things. It's time to prepare. Opportunities can arrive suddenly, but success is a lifetime. It's a journey. You're on that journey of success. The other thing I say about success, if I say who wants it, we all. Who wants to lose weight? Me. What are you doing to lose weight? Nothing. Who wants success? Me. What are you doing to arrive? I'm waiting. Waiting for what? Waiting for who? Let's watch out for that. So during this session, I'll teach you the approach that will help you with this task, right? How do you see clarity? How do you see yourself? It's just wiping that blinder. I see Mr. Peter. Happy New Year. Check it out. TonyMystery.com. The game plan, like game on. Okay. The second module that we go through, and this program is divided into, there are two ways. I'm really launching this. One-on-one for executives that have the budget to really just go deep dive. It's an 8-week one-on-one with me. And then the group session, the first one is happening January 15th, 3-hour session. Like I go, like if you've attended any of my classes, like my members know this. They've already started signing up. My premium members, like if you saw my post a while, they're like, Toy, Miss Toy. So my members are already they are settled. My previous members are settled. They are already signed up. But those that are not my members, they're not in my academy. You can always sign up for individual classes, right? No pressure. But anyway, the second one is around adopting the mindset of champion. I am like, how do champions think? Do you want to win in 2022? If you do, you need to embrace the mindset of champions. That's what I'll walk you through, during that session. Champions engage to win and they fight. They pack a punch. Listen, you need to know what you're packing. See, if you're fighting, let's say Muhammad Ali or whoever, their blow is different than your blow. Like when they pack a punch, right? When they show up into the marketplace, boom, the effects of their movement, we feel it, right? Champions know what they pack, right? So load up. Champions load up, they exercise, they practice. You knock them once, they come back again. You knock them again, they come back. How do you employ resiliency in the marketplace? Like, forget last year, look at the wins and come back again. Champions come back and they don't come back the same way you see. If you fight a champion and you're like, yay, the next time you are engaging them, you can be rest assured you are fighting somebody else. You know why? They've gone to retrain, new coach, level up, and they will show you if you think you're fighting the old Toy. So, no. Anyway, so module 2 is about adopting the mindset of champions. Let me take a sip of water. Where's my water? Okay. Champions, they commit and they engage life differently. So module 2 is about mindset, exercises. There are a lot of things I'll help people shift through. It's a lot. I know this program is a lot. It's very intense. Like, this is typical Tony. I know someone reached out to me and said, Tony, you know, I know myself, I'm a lot. And part of one thing that has also I've become more aware is that the work that I do is not for everybody. The person that I am is not for everybody. Here's what I say. If all you're worrying about is, you know, I say technically a small responsibility, what I would say small life, pardon me, I'm using analogy just to give you this image. If all you're riding is a bicycle, you can carry your life in your hands. You don't need equipment, right? You just carry it and go. If you're carrying a car, you can still push your personal effort, you can still push it down the street. But if you're a pilot flying a plane or you're a captain of a ship, you can you can't push those. You have to employ engineering. You have to employ in tactics. You have a crew. You have people. You are leading a community. If the life you're living is just you and your keke, I won't translate. If you know keke, you know keke. If you don't know keke, you don't know. If all you're worrying about in 2022 is you, yourself, and I, hmm, everything I'm saying is like, you don't need it. But if you want to mobilize a community, if you want to lead an initiative, if you want to change the world, that's what I'm talking about. Right? I also had to wrestle with this realization that not everybody, I'm too much for, like, I used to serve as strategist to executives at the world's largest company. They listen. The people who know the value of every word I say and every statement and they dissect it, they know. They know. The people who don't know, they question it. Hmm, right? So for me, part of my motto for this 2022, my game plan, hashtag game plan 2022, is I would invest in those who invest, right? From a commercial standpoint, is realizing that no, you don't throw the best of you, you don't just throw it out there. Those who see the value and are flying planes, even helicopter, right? We will take that, right? Where you are trying to mobilize your people behind a goal. So this is for leaders, really, at the end of the day. And a quote here is: visionary leaders bring to the world what they see in their mind. So the question is, what do you see? What are you going to create? What are you going to build? What are you going to bring to 2022? Are you a visionary leader? Yeah, it's a question. It's a question you have to ask yourself. And if you are, come into my class. Number three, I hope this is not too right. Like it's a lot, but I want to quickly run through it. I'm looking at time as well. I think I still have a few more minutes. But again, please go to toyinumesiri.com/the game plan for the full detail on this program and to sign up as well. Module 3 is about committing to an extraordinary life. What life are you committing to? Average. Why settle for average when you have the potential for more? Why? Don't do that. So this section is when I share a lot of things, why you need to commit, how you can commit, and the life of commitment would force you to adjust where you're investing your time and your mind, right? Most of the time, because people haven't committed to a certain type of way, right? They show up everywhere, even where they shouldn't be. They eat. It's like, what type of food do champions? If you know you're running a race, you watch what you're eating. You see what I'm saying? Like, if you know you need energy and you are going to see, energy is a resource. Don't spend your energy in 2022 in places. Don't waste your energy. I'm giving this for free. Like, I'm giving that information. Somebody needed to hear that. Conserve your energy and only spend it wisely. In fact, your energy is the real currency you have. It's not the money in the bank. It's you. You are the most important resource that you have. That in this 2022, what you should be protecting is not just your money in your bank. You should protect that. Protect your energy, because that energy, the power to create wealth, the power to create wealth, the power to shift the marketplace. Who owns that power? Conserve it. Don't spill it out. Okay, without commitment, people wander through life. Do you agree with me? I've seen enough of that. Committing to a certain type of life helps you learn how to make choices aligned with your goals, right? So if you're running a marathon and you've set a date, you're not going to be cheating, right? You're like, okay, in order for me to run a marathon, I need to be in shape, I need to this, I need, right? All of a sudden you become more stricter with yourself, right? People that are not on this path, they're not strict. They're loosey, what we call loosey, goosey, loosey. What do they call it? Right? Everywhere, anything, anyhow, right? That's fine. If that's your thing, sorry, I'm not judging you. Sorry, I apologize. All I'm saying is the people this program is for, they are disciplined. So commitment makes us say yes. And it also helps us to learn how to say no. You're going to learn how to say no in that class. You reject what would you know I'm reading here. So again, please go to that site. There's a lot of information there. Even just reading, if all you do is read this 12, you will something should shift inside of you without even attending the class, right? If all you do for yourself is read these 10 things and find ways to figure it out yourself, something will shift for you. Now, if you're in the class, even more impactful, right? You reject whatever does not serve you and you only choose to embrace what does. Isn't that simple? It's so simple, right? I see more people joining. Thank you, DV. Adama, thank you for joining. For those on Instagram, please add more people. Thought Master, thank you for joining. That go-to guy, thank you. I really appreciate that. So once you commit to this life, right?
It sounds simple. Accept what will help you move forward, reject what will help you, what will pull you backward. It's simple, right? But here's the thing. Who wants to lose weight? Me. Oh yeah, check your diet, exercise. Ah, that's what we all know what we need to do. We know what we need to do. But because you're not doing it, if you don't do it, you're not going to see the results. And this is the power of accountability. This is why programs like mine is so important. Is being held accountable. First of all, you should be accountable with yourself, but many people struggle with that. So people talk about we're in the information age. Fantastic. Knowledge is not enough. Okay, you know what to lose, you know what to do. You eat less, exercise more, sleep better, drink water. Simple. Implementation, that's where it is. That's where you're going to sweat. Implementing a life of success, an extraordinary life. When you engage in that life, that's where the work is. It's not talking about it. It's not saying, oh yes, lifestyle of a champion, mindset of a champion, I'm him. No, champion sweats. They're in the gym every single day. They're waking up, showing up, right? That's it. So if you want to lose weight in 2022, you know what to do. But guess what? You have to be accountable. You have to be held. You have to do it. Either you do it for yourself, meaning I have this goal to lose 5 pounds. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And then you do it. Versus I have a goal to lose 5 pounds and you keep talking about it. I have a goal. I have a goal. I'm going, hey, hashtag game plan, right? And then nothing. We're all looking at you. That's that gap I'm talking about, right? The gap of I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. But then there's a gap. There's a gap. Your actions do not back your words. We're going to deal with that in this program. Okay. Module 4 is around setting and communicating mission driven goals. So once you have a clear, again, lots of exercises, goal setting. Yeah, we're going to do all of that. Okay. But then after you set the goal, where people miss out is how you articulate the vision you see of yourself and the world you seek to create, or the project or the things you want to create, right? You see it, there's something you see it clearly. There's something that then happens. People are not able to express it. People are not able to articulate what they see in a way that you can translate that vision to somebody else, and the person who reads it can run with it. That's what the Bible talks about. Write the vision, make it plain, that he who reads can run. So you have that vision, but you need to mobilize your community behind that vision. One thing I wrote here, I said, so when you cannot communicate, bad communication leads to bad execution, right? Because the people that follow you, if they don't understand what you're seeing and where you're leading them, it fails. You fail to communicate. Failure to communicate clearly really would lead to a failure or subpar performance. So the power of communication is important. We'll talk about that in module 4. Let me quickly start running through. I'm looking at time now. Is this helpful for those watching? I know there's also team replay, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn. Hello, everyone. Like, if you're watching replay, still drop a comment. I'll see it. Tag me. Put hashtag team replay. Also, what I want to encourage us, there's an hashtag the game plan 2022. Really, let's try to start some form of movement around what's your game plan. What's your game plan? Also, you can reshare this and then put a hashtag game plan 2022, and then write something about your game plan. Like, this is the year I'm going to do ABCD. Like, hashtag my game plan. Hashtag game plan, right? Let's do that. Okay. So Soini says this is very helpful. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, this is a game changer, right? The game plan that changes the game. Boom. This is it, right? If you're going to the field and you want to play soccer or American football, you have to strategize before. You don't just show up in the field. Like, Oh, take me as I am. No, we're not doing that. Let this be the year you're not going to do that. Like, I was catching up with my husband. I was like, yeah, last year felt like, let's just see what that year will come. COVID, this, everybody, went into the year like, we don't know. Is school opening? We don't know. Is this, we don't know. What do you know? We don't know. We don't know, right? That was last year. But this year, you know more. You know more, and you can plan better, and you can show up better. That's why this is important, is that no excuses. We know more, we know better, and we can plan within things we can control. You can control your mind. You can control what you're putting out there. You can manage your communities you show up to. You can't control what's happening out there, but there's so much more within our control this year. um Module 5, I'll walk through strategies for daily focus and fearless execution. Daily focus. So, a lot of times people talk about, I'm going to lose 20 pounds, 20 pounds. Mm. Would you just sleep and wake up and you've lost? No, daily practice. What you're going to design. So, in this class, where I'm going to walk people through, what's your perfect day going to look like? I'll share mine. I mean, some days are better, but at least you have an ideal in terms of how you practice, right? How do you break that go into daily practices, right? And part of what I'm going to share and help people do is, don't just copy what people are doing, tie it to your personality. Morning time, like what day, what time is your most effective time of the day? I'm like a, should I say, like, let me share mine. Okay, I'm not sharing today. No, if you come to my class, I'll tell you mine. Boom. Go register. Go and register. So again, daily focus, fearless execution. I said the best laid out plans fail from bad execution, right? It's like, oh, I have this plan, but the person may not have the skills. So this is about capacity building again, strengthening the foundation. So let me quick, I'm going to run faster now because of time. Module 6 is about starting, launching, scaling your projects and ideas. Many people struggle with this, and it's about program project management, basic. Really, you have to, and part of this class, if some of these things are new to you, then it's calling out what you need to lead. There is no leader in the world, at least, that is making any difference in the world, that do not understand basic program and project management. I repeat, there is no lead. Okay, maybe I should call it, there is no good leader because there are people who call themselves leader. There is no great leader in the world that is making a difference in the world, that is implementing projects, betting ideas, mobilizing people, that do not have basic fundamental program and project skills. Okay, we'll talk more in my class. Module 7 is around networking your way to prosperity. I tell people, when you're going out there and you see a bank, a real bank, BANK, the only difference between a bank and a regular building, if you strip the sign, is the value inside that bank. That's why people bring bank, right? Is the value. All networks are not the same. Some networks will mess up your. Okay, this is where you need to know, some network that you're in, they are the ones keeping you from progress. What would you do to those networks? I don't want to talk too much. This is a sensitive one. I'll stop there. Okay, come to the class. Like, I'll tell you more about networking and the strategies. I don't know anybody who networks better than me. I don't. If I want something, it's done. I just dream it and it happens. There's nobody I want to see. There's nothing it happens. Remember, it was 2018. One of the investors on my panel, that my event in 2018, as I was engaging with him in preparation, we just completed an interview, and I said, "Oh, Donnie, what else would you like to see?" As an investor, this is someone that's run a company of $40 billion company. Okay, Donnie, what else would you like to see as we're preparing for the event? Who else should I be inviting? Da 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 da. Donnie was like, Toyin, you need to bring an economist to this your event. For somebody like myself, we need to be able to understand why Africa, why this. I'm like, hey. I was like, okay, sir. Yes, sir. I will get it. So when an investor is saying, for me to sit in your summit, this is the type of knowledge that I want, that I seek, because my platform is designed for business executives, right? To educate them. So this person who has led a company of $40 billion is telling me, I'm speaking at your event, but you're asking me what insights am I looking for? Well, I need an economist. I need to, so that they can show me the data, the number, the trends. I said, yes, sir. We'll make it happen. After that meeting, I started saying, where am I going to find economists now that can speak to C level? Hey, economists, where am I finding economists? This is real stuff. I'm taking you behind my life. You know, when I engage, I'm like, yes, yes, yes. Okay, it's time to perform. Remember the gap. It's not enough to say, hey, we did it. Right. This is perform. C level coming to your event. We need economists that can speak at that level. So I called my dear friend. If you're watching, John, who is a lobbyist, another master. He knows everybody. I all I have to do, I don't need to know everybody, but I know the people who know everybody. I make it my job to know the people who know everybody. So all I have to do is just say, hey, ring ring. I need an economist to come to my event. Help a sister. Like, ring ring. So I have those people. I make it my business to have people on my cell phone. Government, everybody. Like you tell me you want something, I'm like green green. So help a ring a friend. You can tell I'm having fun. Okay, let me get a grip. So, ring ring. Okay, I called my friend. Show me an economist. And guess what? My friend said, Toyin. Okay, he's in DC. You won't believe it. This is your lucky day. I'm actually sitting in a conference where the World Bank chief economist on Africa is speaking. I'm going to go talk to him and get his card for you. I'm like, please help me. Oh my gosh, I can't make this thing up. The story of my life. Anyway, in less than 30 minutes, I saw the picture of the business card of World Bank chief economist on Africa, Dr. Albert Zufak. I was like, yay, amen, hallelujah, the heaven, the heaven favors me, God favors me. I took that card, email, phone number. I stayed on Dr. Albert. Dr. Albert, if you ever see this video, thank you. I stayed on Dr. Albert. Dr. Albert, you must come. World Bank must show up. So anyway, that's networking, all of those things. Like I would say, I remember also at the end of 2020-ish, I hosted the AFCFP roundtable. I was like, Dr. Albert, you are opening this up for me. Dr. Albert was like, that's the same week of the World Bank Forum. There's a forum where all the ministers and all of those big finance people are, and he's the one hosting them. I was like, "Hmm, I I still need you, even if it's 15 minutes. That's my negotiation. Even for 15 minutes, that's all I need, Dr. Albert. And then I would stay. I would stay. I would stay. You have to do that, right? And I remember when the meeting was about to, people were already joining the Zoom meeting, and I was like, Dr. Albert, I had his assistant on the phone. Are you sure he's joining? If he doesn't join, I'm not starting this meeting. And she was like, I stayed on him. I was like, and then he opened up and then he rushed because that was a super busy. So thank you, Dr. Albert. If you ever watch this, or if anybody ever forwards this to you, love, thank you. So yes, network your way to prosperity. Module 8 is around removing barriers to success. This one, very sensitive as well, identifying the things, the limitations, whether it's mindset, whether it's community, whether it's perception, whether it's inner dialogue. You're going to wrestle those things. When we, I said it's your responsibility, right, to identify, manage, and remove everything in your way, any barrier to your progress, right? It's nobody's responsible for that but you. See, people like myself, at best, what we can do is serve, is to guide, inspire, coach, clap for you, keep going, right? That's at best, that's all we can do. You have to engage and run your race. It's like, I can't lose weight for you. You want to lose weight, you want to be successful. Nobody's doing that stuff, that work for you. It's you. At best, what people like myself do is we clap for you, we cheer you on, we inspire you, right? We want to inspire you for progress. That's at best what I can do. Equip you, empower you, inspire you, motivate you. Like, that's all we can do. But you will still run the race, right? If you're a relay, you're running, you will be the one on that track. You are the one running your race for success. We're also going to do some exercises where you are going to map, where are you on that journey? Are you at the entry level of success, mid? Like, tell your story. Tell your story, right? So that you can close the gap. Because you're tricking your brain, you're making your brain think you've arrived when you, again, you you're tricking your, if you tell your brain you've arrived, okay, and you have not, you've not, your brain is not going to solve that equation for you. You only, your mind and everything within you will only solve for the assignments you give it. But if you are feeling cool, I am the done, you won't move. Nothing will bear. But your hunger, the hunger you have, the hunger from within, you must want it bad. When you want it bad, even heaven will release, give it to this person. Like, let her go, leave me alone. You have to want it bad. And that's why I've come to this realization, conclusion, that I can't help people who don't want anything. In fact, those people are dangerous. You know why? They question me. I've encountered a few. I can describe it because I've seen it. Tell me why I should do ABC. Me, I should tell you why. If you don't know why, I'm out of here. Uh, it's that sneakering love. It's, we don't need, me too, I'm successful. Like, please keep moving, right? It's this, if you're comfortable, it's not my job to move you. It's not. It's like, if you are comfortable on that couch and you're saying you want to lose weight and you're comfortable on the couch eating chips, you will be the one to move yourself. You have to move yourself. We can be the ones on TV, the stories of, oh, you open the televangelist. All we can be I'm a televangelist. All I'm doing is give your life to Jesus. Yeah. That's what we're doing. I'm just spreading the gospel, the good news of success, personal development, leadership, skill acquisition. I have courses on export, trade and investment facilitation, business development. That's the best I can do, is to bring those things to bear. Guess who needs it? You, right? If you need it, invest in it. If you don't, the next person will, right? That it's I'm keeping it simple in 20. That's part of my own game plan. Hashtag my game plan. Keeping it simple. I'll do my part. I'll show up as I am. Give the best that I can. I've done my part. I've put 12 modules together. Can I come and drag you to show up? No. But whoever needs it, whoever wants bigger capacity, whoever wants their name to mean something, whoever is building legacy for the next generation, when they hear my voice, hopefully what I'm saying resonates. If it doesn't, that's fine. I'll try again next time. See, so that's for me. It's part of my own game plan. Is I'm 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 no longer I'm not going to be responsible for people who don't want personal growth and success. I'm not dragging. See, I was there. Let's go. Right? I left corporate. Say, yeah, opportunity. Let's international trade. I burnt lots of energy. And I'm like, wait a minute. How many people even understood what I was talking about? How many people even valued what I was talking about? Whew, Toyin. Okay, chill. We're not gonna do that again. That was necessary for then. This time around, keeping it simple, saving my energy. I will invest in those who invest. Period. You want this? Come. You don't want this? That's okay. No pressure. No pressure on myself. No pressure on other people. Not engaging in any gimmicky, all the sales tactics. I teach these things, right? Sales, marketing, all of those things. No, I'm building something that works with me. Works for me, works for me, works for you. Let's deal. Doesn't work, works for me, doesn't work for you. Fine. Works for you, doesn't work for me. I'm not doing. It has to work both sides. I'm also curating the people I'm bringing into my world. The gate as right? The gate was like this before. Come on, come on, come on. Now, no, I'm conserving my energy. Energy is the major resource now. Okay, let's keep moving. It's your responsibility. Remember, it's your responsibility to remove barriers to success. Sometimes you may not remove it, the family thing, manage it. You have to come up with skills to manage it. I may let me take some notes, right? I'm going to share during that session a lot of dynamics in the family, projections, people projecting their fears and failures on you. It's a barrier. It is a barrier. The people you go to with your idea and they kill that idea before you've even, before the idea left the door, it's dead on arrival. That's a barrier to your success. Wisdom. You have to identify. Okay, we'll talk about that. Like, let me not go too much into it. Family dynamics. How do you manage it? It's real, guys. It's real. Community. You yourself. Confidence level. It's different for each person, but the whole exercise is um helping people to wrestle with it for themselves. But so it's framework, but then each person gets to wrestle with it. Again, hashtag the game plan 2022. Please let's use it. Post, share. What are you doing differently this year? Um, what worked, what didn't work? Because here's the deal, right? Clarity is key in moving ahead. I shared that earlier, right? You have to identify what's going to change. If you want things to change, then you have to change. Because when we don't change, guess what? You are likely to create the old reality. That's what we call patterns. The same thing, because the person who created the old reality was you. You are the common denominator. When you go from one place to the other, new job, you can shift, change location, you can travel, you can move. But guess who is following you? You will just carry the same reality from this location. You just, even in a new community, you can create the same reality. Oh, nobody wants to help me. Oh, is the same story. So you can move from one church to another church. the same story. You start realizing it's not, it's you. You are the problem. You. I call it as it is. You are the problem. You have to change. When you want your realities to change, you have to change. Our module 9 will be about developing partnerships for accelerated growth. This is really tackling pride head on. Pride, arrogance. Sometimes I put things in nice. If you read it, it sounds nice, but in my class, we're gonna go there. It's a subject. People, surgeons cut you to heal you, not to do damage. Okay, this is that type of class where you're going to feel ouch. Some you need that. Like, I do that for myself. The reason I can show up like this is because ouch, 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 ouch. Right, like, God, Holy Spirit will, like, don't you know? Yes, no, like, oh. The reason you get better, if you don't get better if you don't cut off unproductive sides of us. You don't. So it's that. When I talk about partnerships, you cannot partner if you think if you cannot see the strengths of other people. And those with pride, they are blinded in such a way that they can't see. Even if you stand in front of them, like, as I'm talking right now, right, this is how you know it. hmm 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 I know that. I know it already. What? There's nothing new she's saying. Like, because they've put on that personality, it's blinders. It's a blind. You're blind. Pride is. That's why it also, Bible talks about, is it the Bible that talks about fall? Like, pride goes before a fall. You know why? You know why they fall? Pride makes you walk blindly. You can't see opportunities, because the opportunity coming to you is going to come through another human being. And when you cannot see them, when they cannot see what they carry, when you cannot see their promises, their potential, they can't give you, you can't get anything. Like, you can't get anything from here if you cannot see, right? So humility is about, for me, that you know your strengths and you operate out of your strengths, but you are also conscious of your weakness. And because of that, you also then know that that area that is not, you're not strong in, that is somebody else's strength. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, the moment you're going to be awakened to life is when you know that somehow what is missing in you could be could be abundant in another person. And this is also the power of relationship, right? Even in marriages, so many marriages fail because the man or the woman, they are all concerned about me, myself, and I. And you're failing to see what that other person can contribute to make your life better. If you are a man and you cannot see what the woman can do to make your life better, problem. Or you're a woman, you can't allow another man to contribute. You, you see what I'm saying? This is real stuff that shows up in all areas of life. This is 12 strategies to win in life. When you think you are what you're not, you can't build partnership. And if you can't build partnership, you're on your own. You can move with speed. Remember, I said, if all you're worrying about is your bicycle, carry your bicycle and go. You don't need it. But if you're trying to fly a plane, a helicopter, you're a captain of a ship, you're trying to move in the world at a certain level, partnership, partnership, right? Two better than one. Isn't that what the Bible says? When you think one is better than two, I don't know. 12. I'm getting to the end of it, looking at time. Staying on track. Module 12 is about staying on track and monitoring your progress. Yeah, you can start here and want to end up here, but there's so many things along that journey that can make you end up. It's like shoot for the moon. What makes you land among stars is like, you want to go to the moon, you have to pack. jetpack, right? It's what you're packing. This program is about pack really well, pack for that journey, so that when you won't lose momentum halfway in, so that you're going to say what you mean and mean what you say, so that my in fact the quote I crafted for this is, start what you will finish and finish what you're going to start. Boom, mic drop. That's anyway. Each of my words, they come from a very deep place. You can literally you can chew on that for a long time. It will bring a lot of emotions. At least that's where it comes from me. So that's it. 12 strategies for winning in 2022 and beyond. Life principles, leadership, personal development, everything that we are rises, falls to the level of our leadership and personal development across different areas of life: relationship, wealth, this, health, all of those things. If there's any area you're struggling with, okay, it's because you're missing the knowledge. Because once you have knowledge and you master that area, it's no longer a struggle. You don't struggle with what you've mastered. So if there's anything absolutely that you're struggling with right now, it's because you don't know. You don't know what you don't know. So seek knowledge. And then when you get the knowledge, practice to master it. So again, I know I've shared a lot, several highlights. Okay. Several highlights from this one. It's about capacity building, increasing your capacity for more. So I believe this year is a year of accelerated growth. My program is to help people accelerate that, achieve that quickly. So do go to toyinumesiri.com/, the game plan. The details of the program is there. 2 ways of delivering it. Group coaching happening next week. So you need to secure your seats. And then personalized for executives that have the budget, that really want deeper dive. Like my one-on-one sessions are like the bomb.com. That's why, in fact, for me, my own game plan this year is I'm prioritizing, you know, from like a year ago, I started adjusting my calendar. Before, nobody could get time on my calendar. Like before, it's like that thing is sealed. Like, remember, because of the things I do, right? And then end of 2020, I started opening up my calendar for people, one-on-one training, coaching, capacity building, still hosting my events. I started opening it up. So I train, I coach, I have memberships, members of my, every week I connect with them one on one. And then seeing that impact, it's incredibly, you can, that's something powerful. When you see people transforming from your front of your eyes, it's that investment in helping people, in empowering people to be more, right? So I did that here and there. I structured my membership, so group, but that one-on-one, there's still a lot of value in that. And then for me going forward, I'm like, okay, God, this year I'm going to lean heavily into this role. I'm going to show up more in this dimension. So I had to structure. So in order for me to do this, I had to build a 12-month calendar, like for myself. Again, you don't need this if you are not me, if you're not trying to do, because of the things I do, the communities I serve, the things that has to happen. I couldn't come into this year with, oh no, I had to. And you can see that calendar because my premium members, the promise to them, like, they are signing up for 12 months of coaching. And because of that, like, this program is complimentary to them, because this will help them also in being able to leverage like all the other classes, right? Everything else is like a foundation. Everything else that you're building on that foundation is secure. It's everything you're going to invest in growing yourself the rest of the year. If you start the year right with all of this, right? Your perception, your mindset, your confidence level, it's like 360. We're touching all things. We're going there. I'm going there with you. If you want to go there, I'm going there with you. All It's like open. When I do one-on-one, it's extremely open to We touch all kinds of places. I've had people cry because once we unlock certain things that they didn't see, it's like, whoa, I didn't see that. That's actually been an issue I've carried from childhood to now I'm 50. Now I'm free. So when you see the freedom that people see, like that's my own, I'm sharing my own game plan where it's like after seeing that, I recognize the gift that I have. Um I'm leaning into it. So yours truly, consultant, coach, instructor, that's the my game plan for this year. So I've now structured my calendar where every week, really, I'm coaching, I'm teaching, I'm guiding. um and then there are months where I'm doing my events and everything. But that's the game plan I have, is that it's too important, and there's a lot of joy that I derive out of it. So I've structured this is my game plan, is to serve as consultant, coach, and instructor. Now, who knows, this time next year, I'm that kind of person. I free myself to, I might do something else. Like, so enjoy this. That's my my message, right? Because come next year, the game plan might be all the recording of all my sessions this year. That's what you'll be buying. You may not even, you to buy access to towing, you will bring that money bag. You will bring it. So for me, I'm investing in coaching, guiding, being accessible, somewhat accessible, more this year than typical of me. That's my game plan. That's my in order for me to show up, that's what I'm doing. After that, you you know, it's my I don't know, but I suspect you have access to the wealth of knowledge that we would have created, that's there. Like if you join my membership, the things we've been creating for 2 years, any new member, you can immediately, it's a school. It's you educate yourself. Remember what I said. At the end of the day, all we can do is serve as guide. You have to engage. If you want to lose weight, I can't lose weight for you. I can give you the resources, I can give you the game plan, I can guide you, I can help you with calorie count, I can inspire you, I can tell you routine, I can give, right? I used to have a personal trainer back in Arkansas, right? All she would do, she would come to my house, show me moves, this stretch, that stretch, teach me out, because sometimes you can watch those things online, okay? But if you have an expert in person, she'll say, no, you're not doing it this way. The stretches, the this, the lunge, the bell, kettlebell, right? I had her in person. She would show me how to do it well. And then what she would do to me, she'll give me assignments. She'll tell me, do this 10 repetition of what I just showed you. That's the power of accountability, right? Tell me this, tell me that. She would give me assignments. Like, I'm leaving you now. I've showed you what to do. I'm leaving you with your assignments. Then the third thing she used to do, which I absolutely loved, she would check up on me on via email. Toying, how many repetitions did you do today? Tell me, did you do your lunges or whatever? Tell me, your kettlebell, did you move it up? I loved, I loved it. I loved that worked for me, because in that area of my life, I need that level of support. In other things, I'm fierce, but that's one of the process you go through. Own your own stuff. Own your stuff. Own it. Own your stuff. I own my stuff. In that, even last year, one of my women members, she's food coach. She did sessions with me. She even did meal planning, telling me what to cook, how to cook fresh food. This. I invest. I invest in people. People invest in me. There's no point telling you, I'm not here telling you I'm an expert, I'm a fitness expert, or I'm a nutritional coach. No, I'm not. But I still seek the people who went to school for those things. I make them my friend, though. I call them because I want my life to improve in that area. You see my point? So if you're struggling with mindset, personal development, leadership, stop struggling. Find people who that's their strength, but pride will not let people do this work. Pride. Remember what I said, blinders. You can't see. Me, I will. In fact, there's a conversation I'm having right now because I'm moving into the space of leadership development and personal growth for other people. I already made some calls to the best people in the world, the best coaches in the world. I'm like, we gotta talk. I'm venturing into new dimensions. So guess what? You must mentor. I'm working it out. When I talked about like trade with Africa, guess what? Presidential advisors, I sat down with them. Like, tell me more. Tell me what I don't know. Tell me what you tell President Paul Kagame. Eh? Really? You will give me coffee? Please, more. Tell me more. Deal, tell me more. Tell me. You have to keep knowledge. You have to keep knowledge. Your pride will not let you do it. Pride. That's not pride. If there's anything people should practice this year, remove that thing. Remove it. No, it's not so one thing people struggle about is uh maybe that's another topic, right? Maybe I'll leave it. But people don't understand the power of humility. Humility is like it's the most powerful, influential people I know in the world. They are the sweetest human beings. Because when you are flying a plane, okay, if your life, you are flying a plane, multi-million dollar businesses, multi-billion, even billion, because we engage at that level, multi-billion dollar. The people doing that work, they are actually the nicest people I know than people that they're carrying bicycle around. Why? You know why? When you are operating at that level, something will kick in for you. Okay, you realize that not by power, not by might. You realize that you are responsible for what you are responsible for. Even you have limitations. The day you realize that what you're responsible for, when you look at the things you're responsible for and they make you go, ah, that's when humility kicks in, because you need help, you need support, you need manpower, you need resources, you need the hand of God, you need heaven to pull this thing off. But if your life is bad, you don't need nothing. Carry your bicycle and go. You don't need nothing. You don't need me. Carry your bicycle and go. And when you carry that bicycle, you feel like I am empowered. It's because put more weight, apply more weight, level up, upgrade. When you're a pilot and you're flying a plane, you see the plane. you know the pilot has to be like, check, like you're checking so many things, like, is the hydraulic working, is the engine, is the wing, pilot, waitress, I am, what's it called, stewardess, are you okay, humility. Nobody, no pilot would fly and say, I'm flying the plane. Are you really the one flying the plane? Or the engine? If one engine goes, you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying is that you you rely, when you are living a different life, you rely not just on yourself. You have to rely on so much people, community. For example, this year, Happy New Year. Thank you so much for all your help. Like, I'm looking forward to more of your support this year. We can't do this without you. But pride will leave you where you are. Pride will leave people where they at. It keeps people small. Pride keeps you small, like this, keeps you small. And that small life, that bicycle, you'll be carrying it about the village like, don't you see my bicycle? And we are looking, ah, round, round, we will, Baba bicycle. Please, people, this, I'm confronting these things head on. I've seen enough of it. It's funny, but it's not funny. I'm trying to lighten it up, but I'm trying to, slide the truth. There's truth inside there somehow. These 12 programs is because I've seen enough. I've seen the things, what people say they want versus what they are doing. Oh, I'm going to build a skyscraper, and they show up with shovel instead of a bulldozer. Hey, you will stay long in that space. It's not, all these things is not talk. Show me your evidence. Social proof. You go into spaces, I'm this, I'm that, you. Hey, okay. Show me the evidence, please. Have some evidence. Let 2022 be the year where nobody will question who you are, right? Show us something. Pick a project, pick an idea, implement it. That's what I'm equipping people to do this year. Thank you, everyone. This has been a lot. In itself, it's a masterclass, I hope. How much more when you sign up for my class? I'm a lot. I have, I do a lot. I know. I pack a punch, you know. My punch, my 5 minutes with me is a punch. It's like Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson, poo poo, you like let your punch show up into the marketplace, like hashtag the game plan, you know. Okay. So for me, part of it is just enjoying the journey. That's part of my game plan. This year is right. Let's zen out. Let's do all these things with zen. Let's apply some hydraulics. Let that engine kick in. Let other people do some work. You know, I'm going to you see what I'm saying is that at some level you are burning your energy too hard. Like you're striving, you're right. But when you get to the higher altitude, you're like, okay, we can cruise now, right? But when you're taking off, all all faculties, everything, everything you've got. You're like, I've been there. You think all these things I'm doing, you think it's no, ain't fancy stuff. It's the hardcore work. It's like, and sometimes the plane is like, no. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Like you're like, no, 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 no. He's like, pilot, no, 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 no. I did not come for this. Oh, take off, take off, up, 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 up. I'm telling you. I'm telling you for real. Like you flying that plane. Like, no, 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 no. This is not you. You have to take off. My life must take off. Like I didn't leave corporate for this. Like, yes. Okay. Okay. Ah, okay, now, So so for me, I hope you enjoyed that drama. I can be dramatic. That's that I can be extremely dramatic. My husband is the one that tames me. He's like, oh, calm down, calm down, calm down. My husband will be like, calm down, calm down, calm down. It's not that much. So anyway, so anyway, for me, it's now, breeze. Okay, when you're on that plane and then tell you, now you can unfasten your seatbelt. You see, they'll now serve you drink. But when you're taking off, it's like fasting that we're about to take off, right? Hold on tight. Like, hold on tight. Like, we are taking off. Ah, Stories. I have stories. Maybe other days. Maybe other days. We'll have, if you want to hear stories upon stories of flying this plane. But anyway, so thank you, everyone. Please do go to toyinumesiri.com, hashtag the game plan for my members. So my members subscribe to 12 months of coaching and support from me, for international trade or entrepreneurship. So I have communities where I know you don't even want to be bothered with my Africa stuff. I call it the Africa stuff. I get it. I've created a space for entrepreneurship only. Understanding your customers, designing your business models, your value proposition, like chiching, making that money, commercializing your ideas, design thinking, business development. I have my academy, Entrepreneur and Leadership Academy, for that. If you're subscribed to either of the international trade and the you this program is already free to my members. So people are already like signing up, right? Because part of it is empowering my members. Their commitment to them, the commitment they've made to themselves is 12 months long. So and you can see my calendar also at toyumesiri.com. You can see all the programming. Like I'm moving things around. One moment I'm doing this for entrepreneurs. The next moment I'm like, okay, international trade 101, how to work with investors, right? Buyers, right? Like government officials. Not everybody needs that. You see my point? Not everybody needs that. So I've separated, I had to do that work of, okay, sometimes I think I'm bugging people too much. Like, but not everybody needs that. Not everybody needs to know how to work with government. Like, for example, February, Nigeria Investment Conference, I'm already pulling like government officials. There were a lot of presidential appointees, oh, hello, sir. I'm pulling all of that. I don't talk about it, but it's not for everybody. It's not. I think that was also part of the humbling experience that I've gone through, is this realization that you are don't leave people alone. Leave people alone. The people who need this, when they hear what you're saying, it will make sense to them. The rest of the people, just leave people alone. That's a lesson. But I'm willing, I'm hoping to learn. Please tell me. I even got an email yesterday. Thank you for the feedback. I get feedback. Good, bad, ugly. You take it, it's the bone. You never know who God will use. That's remember I talked about pride. Okay, remember I talked about pride. At the very beginning stage, like maybe 4 years ago, when all these video things were popping up, I knew it was a skill I needed to acquire, right? Where when I'm hosting events, I pay thousands of dollars, right, to contract like a production team. But every day, this and that, right? This was the most painful thing I ever had to learn. But guess what? My very first few videos, right? There was someone, I think that person was a godsend. The person will put comments, right? I can't hear you. Go and get a microphone. I'm like, okay, you need a microphone. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Feedback. Good, bad, you take it all. Any feedback, you take it. You are in control, right? Feedback, good, bad. Yes, no, yes, thank you. And you thank, because now I still remember that person. The person will come. We can't hear you. You need to go and buy mic. Did I know you needed lapel? I went Amazon.com, buy. You know? Next thing, I'll do another session. Okay? The person would come again. Towing, your lighting is poor. Look at me now. Ring light. I thank that person. Whoever you are, God used you. Thank you. So, feedback, please. So, I had one feedback yesterday in my DM on Instagram. Toy, this. I'm like, thank you. Thank you. Because most people, you know what happens? They will let you walk on the street and there's something boogers in your. Those are not your friends. People that will let you go, something is wrong with your back. They won't call you. So many people may not know how to deliver, like in ways like people who have delivered it, they've delivered it kindly. So even in sharing feedback, when there's kindness, when it's wrapped in kindness, we can receive it better, right? So I have to thank those people, right? But sometimes when you get those people, I'll be like, ouch, right? But I'm saying, look at it, wrestle with it. What part of it is true? What can you improve on? And then thank them and go on your path. We're all going on our journey. We can kindly guide each other. Kindly. Even the fiercest, meanest one should still caution us, right? But anyway, so that's another thing. This has been an hour 20 something minutes long, right? It's the first of the year, so that's why I make sure this is, usually I'm like 15 minutes, 20 minutes, I'm done. But hopefully this has been helpful. I've seen some laughter. Thank you. Um with the work I do, I need the B2G training. Fantastic. There are courses. So I've designed things for everybody. There's something for everybody. If you're not ready to commit to 12 months, you can just take a class, a course. You can go to toyinmesiri.com. There are the top 3 courses are available for individual purchase. But the people who subscribe to my 12 months, all my courses are in there. They're literally getting access to everything, plus weekly coaching, monthly program. They message me anytime, they have access, right, to questions, and they reach out to other people, they have access to everything. So it's kind of like I had to create levels just to help people step on each level at whatever comfort level you have. Because I realized that I started here, trade and investment facilitation. And it's kind of like I had to throw people a ladder so that eventually, if you follow that ladder, the goal is that you arrive here. So when I left corporate, I was like, trade, government, expert. And I look back, people were like, you're telling us to fly. We eventually will get there, but throw us a ladder. So the programs I've created is a ladder. You step on it at your own comfort level. And depending on where you're at, what you need is different. So start, if you're just starting, at the stage of courses, individual courses. When you dissect that one, you say, whew, I need more help. You can go next to my membership, because it does require long-term commitment on your side, because that's how long it takes. It's easy for me to just keep saying courses, but because I'm invested in, I want to see transformation. I'm saying for us to transform people, it doesn't happen overnight. One course will not do all this thing. One course will teach you a tactic, would move you to the next step. But for full scale transformation, for you to, it's a rewire. It's like when you take your car in for the mechanic, you can do top up. You can top up your oil. It's just an oil change. Fine. But for you to say, I need retooling constantly to shaping and, customers, clients, government policy. For me, I realized, even after last year of teaching and doing, I realized, you know what? Membership. You subscribe for 12 months, and then guess what? You're going to grow. You can't remain the same person when this is all said and done. Just like this program, 12 strategies for win. I'm sure anyone that has stayed on this line for this hour, so many things would have shifted for you. That's it. It's like sitting in this type of spaces. Maybe I should share something with you as I'm talking about that. There are some communities that will take you into your future. There are some communities that would only engage with you from your past. There's some communities that will engage with you as you are right now. My community is about the future, the future version of you, right? And you invested some things to get to where you are today. You also have to know, hopefully, you're budgeting and deciding, what am I going to do to invest to get to the next stage? So the work that I do is that next stage. So that's why I said, if you're comfortable, if you're not striving for more, everything I say is just like noise, right? So I recognize that it's it's humbled me a lot, because we all start out with, I want to change the world. Ah, no. Which world? Some worlds don't want to change. Some people's world, that bicycle, satisfactory. So it's not my job. It's no longer my job. Before, maybe I would say, let me I don't disrupt you. I leave you as you are. So that's also part of my game plan. I'm not in the business of disrupting people anymore. I'm in the business of empowering and educating and, you know, equipping. Maybe before it was this, no, God would disrupt people, you know. Hopefully, COVID and all of those things disrupts, and it makes us say there must be more. It's not, I now know that I couldn't have done that. Like, it's not my job anymore to disrupt anybody. But my game plan is to equip, mobilize, connect, support, guide, coach, instruct people who want more. That's it. That's my game plan. So what's your game plan? Hashtag the game plan 2022. Let's start a movement around it. What's your game plan? Thank you so much, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook. Thank you so, so, so much. Please give me feedback. This is where you help me. Give me feedback. What touched you most? Maybe when you're sharing it, you can go out there, write a statement, a sentence. You can always watch the replay, because I know I packed a lot into this. Anybody that, which was my feedback to the person who gave that feedback yesterday. I gave another feedback. Thank you for your feedback. Here's my feedback. The person was along the lines like, you're sharing too much, kind of. Like, your words are too much. You should get somebody. I'm like, thank you. But I said, my own feedback back was, the work that I'm doing, the people that will enroll in this thing, they are students. They want more. Are you like it's like a school, mini school. Okay. Let me even remove the word mini school, because I teach in business school and I bring those things, right? You don't tell your lecturer, lecturer needs too much. Yeah. Right? Lecturer, no, 12 modules for winning in 2022. Is that the type of student that you are? You're not for me. I'm not for you. The people when we are done, you will get a PhD in international trade, PhD in entrepreneurship. You will set yourself and the generations to come for success. You put them on the path of prosperity. You think, and that's why I said, if you live your life with common knowledge, you will live a common life. That's why I said, commit to an extraordinary life. And extraordinary people, they dig. They don't eat. What does the eagle eat? Do they eat carcasses and dead things out there? No, right? So that was my own feedback back. I said, sir, I know I am sharing too much. I am too much. I know that. But the people that God created me to serve, they are ready to eat so they can operate at a higher altitude. If you eat more, you take off, it's like the jet pack. You say you are going to the moon. Hey, if you pack regular food and tell you, right? The people who take off to space, they pack, they spend years. When people go, like, for example, when you do market entry strategy into a new market like Africa, some people spend 18 months planning to Africa. My people, they just wake up one day, they carry their suitcase, they fly on the plane, and they say they are doing market entry. What you encounter, right? Meanwhile, people spend 18 months preparing to enter a new market. It's the same thing. You want to enter that moon, what are you doing to prepare? So, anyway, it's been a lot. This is an unusually long session. It's the first of the year, but I'm doing things unusual ways this year. So bear with me. Um, thank you so much. So I want to hear from you. Please give me feedback. Tell me what resonated with you most. Use the hashtag the game plan 2022. You can also do hashtag the game plan. Really, what's your game plan? You're going into the field, right? You're playing soccer. You need to know the rules of the game. You need to have practice. You need to have done all of these things, right? So that's why where that word comes from, the game plan. Like I have my own game plan and I continue to tweak it, right? You tweak it. Remember, you go first half, the coach will say, come, 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 you people. That game you played, the plan we played the first half. We need to adjust it. You off the field, you come into the field, you change your jersey, you go here, right? It's the same thing in business and life. Is that we start out, we have an overall game plan, but when the game shifts, adjust, adjust, tweak. And then I remember I also said there's a quote. You can see a lot of quotes. Like if you go to toyomesiri.com/ the game plan, you will be blessed. There's a quote I said, drive your life the way you drive your car. How do you drive your car? That's a quiz. I'll leave you there. How do you drive a car? You don't just casually go. If you are casual on the road, they will casually bump you, right? You engage, you are alert. Drive your life the way you drive your car, or fly your life the way you fly a plane, or cruise. Okay, see, Jamatoin. Thank you so much. This is super delicious to me. I'm enjoying myself because before, excuse me, before I couldn't do this in a relaxed way because it's like, oh, this meeting, that meeting, you know, so much going on. But I've actually had to, I've re-engineered my calendar. I'm creating things like I'm testing things like social media day for myself. I'm doing things like my coaching days I coach. I'm having days where I show up in certain spaces. That way I can be better present, you know, because before I'm like racing, you know, so I can be present, I can enjoy it, I can talk, I can be relaxed, I can chill, zen. I can zen, I can be engaging in a zen mode. So that's those are some of the things I'm testing out this year because I'm telling myself, you know, no. I didn't leave that for this for what I see out there or what I've seen out there from entrepreneurs. Like if you don't do this work I'm talking about, the market will test you. The social, if you don't have a social media, I mean, okay, I think I included a marketing. I hope I didn't delete that. I was also going to share with people marketing strategies. I'll go look at it again. I had it in plan because I said you have to market. Maybe I missed a page. I think I didn't cover a page. Go figure. Yeah, maybe it's the communication. I think there was one I was talking about marketing. See, I spent time putting this together. Like you have to market your ideas. So the social media platforms now are telling you to show up everywhere. Great. But I put technology to work for me. Right. So I'll share some tactics and strategies that can help you market better. Because out there you can't compete with a machine. You can't compete with the platforms. I used to be a programmer, like they're programmed for you to do certain things. And when those things conflict with who you are, either you comply or you step out. If it tells you shake, do this, you find people are doing things that they would naturally not do, right? They will naturally not do these things, but because they want visibility, attention, yes, they're giving in. Anyway, see you. Thank you, every single person. This was great. Feedback, please. Bye. God bless. Happy New Year.